Florida's education commissioner is warning teachers and school staff that encouraging student protests could lead to discipline. The guidance went out to school districts this week after student protests in some parts of the state. Our investigative reporter Riley Phillips joins us live now in the studio with more about this. Riley?
A group of lawmakers wrote a letter to the Department of Education after learning of students protesting immigration and customs enforcement. They claimed the principal at one of the schools allowed the protest to happen during the school day. Now Florida's education commissioner is reminding everyone of the policy when it comes to protesting at school. In a letter sent out to school districts this week, Florida Education Commissioner Anastasios Kamoutsas says he received word of student protests during the school day. He wrote, quote, "Florida's public schools exist first and foremost to provide high-quality instruction aligned to state academic standards in a safe and secure environment." The letter further warns teachers and administrators that they could face disciplinary action if they encourage or facilitate student participation in protest activities during the school day, citing the importance of instructional time. John Phillips is a civil rights attorney in Jacksonville who is representing Duval County teacher Hope McMath in a lawsuit. McMath is under investigation by the Department of Education for comments she reportedly made on social media. Phillips says while he understands the need for this student protest policy, he believes this letter is too broad.
School officials have a right to say, okay, let's protest at a time and place that's appropriate. Maybe not the school day, but you do have the right to do that. And the letter it's a little heavy-handed.
In his letter, Kamoutsas acknowledged students have free speech under the First Amendment, but only when such expression complies with applicable law and school district policy. Phillips says this still leaves unanswered questions.
And what happens if it's at lunch? You know, and how a student spends his or her time talking about political issues during lunch can't be as regulated. And so you've just got, you know, we're seeing the First Amendment bend a little bit.
I reached out to multiple districts in our area. Clay County responded saying it hasn't seen any protests recently. Meanwhile, Phillips also provided an update on the Hope McMath case. He says she received coaching by Duval County Public Schools as part of her discipline, but remains suspended while the Department of Education completes its investigation. Anthony?